While the Supreme Court was deliberating that case, my colleague and my friend, Senator Schumer, went over to the Supreme Court. And on the steps of the Supreme Court building, I was there. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. The Supreme Court is under attack, and Senator John Kennedy is not holding back. What you're about to hear is something the mainstream media won't tell you. Democrats are pushing a so-called ethics bill, but is it really about ethics, or is it just another ploy to punish the Supreme Court for doing its job? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll see exactly what's at stake. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our deep dives into the biggest stories shaking up Washington.
I do not believe that most of my colleagues think this bill is about ethics. This bill is about abortion. In June of 2022, the United States Supreme Court decided the Dobbs case. It returned the issue of abortion to the American people through their states.
Let's start with the big question. Why are Democrats really going after the Supreme Court? Senator Kennedy lays it out clearly. This isn't about judicial ethics. This is about one thing: abortion. When the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade in 2022 with the Dobbs decision, Democrats lost their minds. Instead of respecting the court's ruling and the constitutional process, they launched a full-scale war against the very institution meant to interpret the law. And don't take my word for it, listen to what Senator Chuck Schumer said on the steps of the Supreme Court.
This is what Senator Schumer said. I quote, "I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, not Justice Gorsuch, not Justice Kavanaugh. I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price. You won't know what hit you," Senator Schumer said, "if you go forward with these awful decisions."
I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price. You won't know what hit you. Let that sink in. A top Democrat leader openly threatened sitting Supreme Court justices. Fast forward to today, and we have Democrats pushing an ethics bill for the Supreme Court. But ask yourself, where was this concern for ethics when liberal justices were being praised for their activism? Senator Kennedy said it best. This is nothing more than political revenge disguised as reform. They're trying to delegitimize the court because they don't like its rulings. It's a power grab, plain and simple. They want to pressure justices, smear their reputations, and manipulate public opinion to get rulings that fit their agenda. But it doesn't stop at the Supreme Court. This is part of a broader pattern. Whenever Democrats lose, they attack the institutions that stand in their way. They've attacked the Electoral College, they've called for packing the Supreme Court, they've even suggested eliminating the filibuster to push through their agenda unchecked. The message is clear. If they can't win by the rules, they'll try to change the rules.
What we're seeing today with this legislation, in my opinion, but most senators agree with me, is part of the promised whirlwind. And I do not believe that we should try to undermine the integrity of the institution of the Supreme Court of the United States because we're unhappy with one of its opinions.
Senator Kennedy has made it clear, this fight is far from over. He has called out this sham of a bill, and conservatives in the Senate are standing firm. But here's the truth. This isn't just about politics. It's about protecting the integrity of the judicial system. If we allow politicians to bully and intimidate the Supreme Court, we destroy one of the most important checks on government power. What do you think? Is this ethics bill just a cover for political revenge? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one of them. And if you want to stay informed on the latest political battles, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're just getting started, and you won't want to miss what's coming next. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and stay strong.